friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here and you're watching the detailed camera review of the Huawei P30 Lite, the cheapest smartphone in the P30 series. The device was launched in India along with the P30 Pro at a price of 19,999, the same pricing as that of the P20 Lite which was launched last year in India. The P30 Lite comes with good hardware along with the triple camera setup and AI enabled cameras. So let's see how the camera performs in this price segment. So in terms of the camera hardware, the P30 Lite comes with a triple camera setup with a primary 24 megapixel camera with f1.8 aperture and a secondary 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera for wide angle shots. And it also has a third 2 megapixel depth sensing camera and it is also backed up by an LED flash. The phone also comes with a massive 32 megapixel front camera with f2.0 aperture and screen flash is included for low light selfies. Let's find out how the device performs in the camera department. First up, the daylight captures. From the daylight shots you can see that the 24 megapixel camera offers decent clarity. The colors in the bright sunlight looks quite acceptable. But at the same time, if you zoom into the captures, one thing we can clearly see is that it lacks sharpness and details you expect in this price segment. Also, while the colors are quite okay for the most part, it also tends to be a bit inconsistent at times. There is also AI mode available in the camera. The dynamic range is not the best but quite average in the performance department. There is an 8 megapixel wide angle camera available. While the shots are usable for social shares, it terribly lacks in details and sharpness levels. Here are some of the wide angle shots which we took with the device and it has come really poor in terms of the details and sharpness levels. Moving to the close-up shots. Here we can see the details are quite good. Again, the sharpness levels should have been better and colors are also a bit inconsistent in nature. Next up, the portrait shots. The rear camera portraits are quite average and the edge detection is a hit and miss. In some occasions you get decent results with portraits but few others the edges are messed up. Also, the details in the photo looks average at its best. Moving to the low light photos. This is one area where we were terribly disappointed as the low light photos are too noisy and lacks any details we would expect in this price segment. In challenging light conditions, there is poor details and completely noisy images. While there is night mode on offer, which takes 3 to 4 seconds to capture, it is nowhere close to the night mode offered by the Redmi Note 7 Pro. The details are better than the regular shots though in the night mode. So this is the rear camera sample taken with the Huawei P30 Lite which can record videos in either 1080p resolution or 1080p resolution at 60 fps is also supported, but there is no 4K resolution available on this device. The video also looks stabilized. So this is the sample we have taken with the rear camera, so you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the 24 megapixel rear camera on the Huawei P30 Lite. Now moving to the selfie department. The Huawei P30 Lite's 32 megapixel selfie camera takes decent selfies. With good details, acceptable sharpness and skin tones, you won't be disappointed with the selfie camera. While the selfies are more of a personal choice, we would still say this is quite a decent performance for the segment. Now the biggest downside of the 32 megapixel selfie camera is the portrait mode. It does a pretty poor job in edge detection, and not even a single time we got a usable bokeh shot with the front camera. Sometimes it goes horribly wrong with edges like this. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Huawei P30 Lite, which is a 32 megapixel selfie camera, and you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the front facing camera on the P30 Lite. So that is the camera review of the Huawei P30 Lite. So overall speaking about the camera on the P30 Lite, we would say we are disappointed with how the camera turned up. With such a good hardware on offer, we feel Huawei should release a camera update to fix these issues. As of now, P30 Lite doesn't look like a great snapper for both the rear and the front cameras. So what do you guys think about the camera on the P30 Lite? Do share in your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.